coffee shops, and I'm thinking Golson needs a comedy club. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm down with whatever.
We have an announcement for Golson when that 1,000-home community comes in. You're going to get some more stop signs.
Yeah, probably.
So we're going to come back a little more local again, and next up is Colby Sawyer, Pittsboro Public Information Officer and Emergency Management Coordinator, to give us the Pittsboro update.
I'm going to break the trend a little bit. I'm not going to say good morning. I look out here and see all these people in these rooms, community leaders, business leaders, elected officials. It's a great morning in Pittsboro when we get to share all the good news we've got going on and see what we have coming. So my name is Colby Sawyer. I'm the Public Information Officer and Emergency Management Coordinator for the town of Pittsboro. I have a few things I want to share with you today. First, I want to talk a little bit about our utilities. I want to talk about some of our community upgrades, some of the things, community projects we got going on, and talk a little bit of a planning update. I will say, Debbie, if you make me go behind Jonathan again, I will never do this again.
Get one favor, Colby. I said you only get one favor.
One favor? Well, my one favor is don't make me go behind him again. All right. So a little bit on utilities. First, just to start, on our GAC treatment, granular activated carbon. Back in 2022, we brought our fast track GAC online. That was at a cost of about $3.5 million. That came out of local revenue and some grant funding. We wanted to go ahead and tackle this PFAS issue in our river. Since we have put this thing in place, we have seen 95 to 99.9% removal of PFAS. In fact, as our water plant staff continue to get dialed in on how to best use this thing, we're seeing non-detect in substances that we've never seen non-detect before. So we are doing great things with water here in Pittsboro. We also have some upgrades in progress right now. We call them our Phase 2 upgrades. That includes expanding the capacity of the GAC to 2 million gallons a day, which is the plant's full capacity. We have a pilot study that we hope to be kicking off very soon using an innovative new nano technology to treat not only PFAS but 1,4-dioxin and other contaminants. This is a great project. We want to show the efficacy because not only is it about half the price up front and much lower on the operational expense, it does not create an additional waste stream. It actually discharges cleaner water than it brings in. So we are helping to better the Hall River. So I won't go too deep into Tri-River. Hank covered that pretty well. Pittsboro is also a partner in Tri-River. We made that decision for a few reasons. First of those was a capacity increase, especially on the wastewater side of things. We've been held up for a little while on capacity and development. You'll see what this additional capacity is doing for us here in just a minute. We also know that eventually that's going to get us to rate parity. So by combining the economies of scale and some of the efficiencies of a larger organization, we hope to be able to continue to bring water customers' rates down here in Pittsboro until we have rate parity with Sanford. So development. Outside of Chatham Park, I'll talk about Chatham Park in just a minute, but I think they're going to come up after me. We have been delayed on non-Chatham Park development for quite some time, but with that merger agreement, we have projects moving forward. Right now, we have about 5,000 dwelling units outside of Chatham Park in the pipeline, assuming 2.3 persons per household. That's our assumption. That's about 11,500 more people in Pittsboro, and that is a mixture of all types of housing units. I also want to add affordable housing and workforce housing is always at the front of the town's mind when we work on these projects. So some really good numbers we just got in last week. Right now, with what is in the pipeline, we're looking at 108 units of workforce housing, 20 units at 60 to 80% of our AMI, and 1,079 units at 80 to 100% AMI. So we're looking at about about 1,200 additional affordable housing units here in Pittsboro. Just to give you an idea of how this is spread, this is all of our developments, but this is our map showing where we are building right now. So we're all over. For a while, we have been very heavy on the east side of the town, but we are starting to move out towards the west and down to the south as well. So we have projects spaced all throughout the area, all throughout town. I'll hold on that for a minute. I see people taking pictures. Please let me say that this map is not a perfect representation. It is subject to change. And so don't come back to me 4 years later and subpoena me to talk about this map. Chatham Park's underway. We know that's going to be a maximum of 22,000 dwelling units, 22 million square feet of non-residential. Not quite sure what happened with my population numbers there, but right now we're looking at about 500 homes a year is the track that they've been on. Just looking at population from Chatham Park, these may be a little high because we've gotten a little bit of a slower start, but we're looking at by 2030 seeing about 18,000 people, 2040, 29,000, and by 2050, close to 41,000 people, not counting any outside Chatham Park development. So we are growing fast, and I will make sure that we send some people down to Golston for you. We'll even send them with an extra stop sign, because we've got plenty in town. Downtown, real quickly, we are doing a lot of work in our downtown. In 2022, we became a Main Street community. Our Pittsboro Downtown Advisory Board is a Board of Commissioners appointed group that really advocates for downtown. And the Main Street program, where we focus on, is on design, promotion, economic vitality, and on the organization downtown. Some more recent updates is we recently became an accredited NC Main Street community. There's only 51 in the state, and we're one of them. That means we have had a very high performance on all 6 metrics for the Main Street America performance. We got a lot of great stuff going on downtown. Soco Patio recently received an award of merit for best outdoor space improvement in 2022. Greg Stafford was recognized as the 2022 NC Main Street champion. A lot of great things going on downtown. I will say people are excited about downtown. We're seeing more people downtown. Our Christmas tree lighting this year was the largest event we've probably had in quite some time, and definitely the largest attendance at Christmas tree lighting ever. So we've got a lot more people coming to downtown, and we're awful excited. Parks, we know when people come, we have to give amenities. Parks are very important to us. We have, I want to say 8 parks right now in Pittsboro. A town of our size, that is a lot. We have a lot of acreage in parks. Some of our upgrades, McClenahan, we are looking at the ball field and that parking lot right there across from Pittsboro Elementary School Road. Thanks to Chatham County for working with us on that. For folks who have been here a while, we do have a skate park going in at McClenahan as well. So we are working with some community groups and the other interested parties to make sure we get that designed and built exactly the way it needs to be. Rock Ridge, that is our park down off of way down south off 87. It is a natural park. We're in the middle of doing a lot of upgrades down there right now, replacing some structures. Our goal is keeping it natural. So coming this summer, you'll see the playground at Rock Ridge reopen. That is actually what the playground structure looks like with our bears climbing the tree. So I think it was actually installed a few days ago. I think I saw a video. So a lot of great things coming there. Mary Hayes Barber Homes up in Powell Place. We've got restrooms going in up there. Eventually we intend to have restrooms, permanent restrooms in all or most of our park facilities. Kiwanis, we've got upgrades going on in Kiwanis, just downtown. Night Farm Dog Park, we are taking a hard look at Night Farm over in Chatham Park, over in the Vineyards, about relocating that dog park and doing some work, making sure we have the best amenity there for people who choose to utilize that. The Montgomery-Pittsboro Road Park, that is 52 acres off Montgomery-Pittsboro Road. So we are still in the first steps of trying to design what that park will end up looking like. And of course downtown we have our pop-up park. It's a 5 to 7 year park. It's temporary. We got a lot of events that are starting to happen down there. We just recently had our Earth Day celebration there on Saturday. We have some other events. Our PBO homecoming was there. So eventually there will be a stage, restrooms, community garden, children's play area, all that type of stuff out there. That is across from the Postal Fish Company downtown. Over on our police department, we are -1 possibly. We are fully staffed with 4 cadets in our BLET program. It looks like we're going to be adding an additional detective. We know that our police are likely going to double in the next couple of years. The old town hall location across from Food Lion, that is now that's the police department. Town hall is no longer there. Town hall has moved to the Main Street station where the YMCA is across from, or beside Walgreens. So we are no longer there. That is entirely the police department. They have renovations underway. Fire department is growing as well. They remain a valued partner here in Pittsboro. Recently they acquired a ladder truck for some of our larger structures to include the hotel and the apartments. We just received a plan from a consultant on where to place new and additional fire stations, where we need to grow, and there is a lot of capital that's going to go into that to improving our fire service, and of course they continue to hire. My last thing is for our business owners and anybody, community members, make sure you check out our community engagement opportunities. The town prides itself on community engagement and trying to bring everyone to the table. Go to pittsburghnc.gov/engage. There's all kinds of opportunities there, from our Citizens Academy to our budget survey, our customer service feedback form. I'll tease a little new thing coming. We've got some volunteer opportunities coming to be posted there on the website, so we're looking forward to that. And before I leave it, that's my contact information. Feel free to take a picture, come see me. I have business cards if you have any questions about the town. And before I step away, I do have one request for our downtown businesses. Y'all already came for breakfast, so you might as well just stay for lunch. We're right up the road. Thank you.